talk about these for days. There's no... Who knows? There might be a universe where... And I don't have my podcast. But some things gotta be the same. Right? Hello and good morning. You the newbie? Well, nice to meet you, Greenie. My name is Abigail, and I'll be your chauffeur to your execution. Nah, I'm just kidding. Come on, get in the car. Okay. How are you doing on this very auspicious day? Excellent. Well, like I said, my name is Abigail, and I will be driving you to and from work for the next few weeks. They told you I was coming, right? Oh, thank God. Not for nothing. Sometimes they forget to tell people that I'm gonna show up and drive them in, or they just, don't care to tell the newbies. Yeah, that's led to a couple of awkward conversations, but hey, they told you, so we're off to a good start already. I probably should have asked that before I let you into my vehicle. Huh. Oh, no, it's just, high-profile business, you're the assistant to the CEO. They don't really want to give you access to the parking lot or the elevators until you're, settled in the company. So they send me as your babysitter, I guess is the best way to describe it. I don't know. I am just here to make sure that, 1, you make it there on time, and 2, you're not, sneaking around. You'd be surprised how many times it's happened before I showed up. Yes, I am a very good judge of character, actually. Now, you feeling, good to go? Sweet. You got your paperwork, that's good. Check and check. You want a coffee? Tea? Or an ungodly amount of Red Bull? Yeah, right in the back. I've got a cooler. Don't worry about it. I keep all this stuff on hand for a reason. Well, your boss is going to run you ragged, so this is going to become your lifeline. You will not survive without this. Trust me. Yeah, I've worked for Miss Rose for about 4 years now. I mean, listen, not for nothing, but not many people have survived under her as long as I have. I am what you call ancient in the professional world. She's had a couple of assistants before you. In the last year, about 17? Yeah, well, look, I'm not gonna lie to you, she's incredibly particular about her assistants. I mean, you guys handle just about everything from meetings, scheduling, hiding bodies. I usually help out with that, though, so you don't gotta worry. Listen, the money's worth it, and the people who have made it in her business have done very well for themselves. Oh, God, no. I am very happy being her driver. I have no issues with that, and I have no desire to up myself in the market. You know what I mean? No, yeah, I am very happy exactly where I am. I didn't mean to make you nervous. I'm just trying to be honest with you. Yes, I'm sure it's going to be absolutely fine. You have nothing to worry about. Well, listen, if she doesn't like you, she's not going to drag it out and make you work for 6 weeks and then kick you to the curb. If she doesn't like you, I won't be picking you up today. Well, well, she's opinionated and very, very good at deciphering people. I don't know, she's got like a sixth sense for it or something. Bureau what? I have no idea what that is. Is that like a band? Ah. Okay, yeah. What else do I need to tell you? I bring her coffee every morning. I also drop off her lunch. I am essentially her life assistant. You're gonna be her professional assistant. So, I mean, you've already done all the interviews, all the applications. You know the shit you're getting into. I have no doubt you can handle that if you've, made it this far. So, you don't need it, but I'll wish you good luck with all that anyway. Don't try to kiss her ass. If you listen to nothing else, listen to that. Everyone who has gone in there with this whole bring the apple to the teacher attitude hasn't lasted more than 2 days. I think the longest assistant she had was about 4 months, and even then it was rough. You're here to make money. You are here to climb the ladder and make the connections you need. There's no bullshitting around that. This is not a family company. You are not her children. You're here to do a job. Make sure you do the job. Anything extra, and it'll get you booted out the door. Got it? Okay. As long as you keep that in mind, then hopefully I will be picking you up today. Oh, speaking of picking you up, if you in fact don't get fired in the first 5 minutes, what can I get you for dinner? Listen, Greenie, you're a fucking smoke show, but if I'm gonna ask you out, it's not gonna be for post-shift dinner and drinks. It's gonna be a long day, and I usually grab food for the assistants, regardless of how attractive they may be. You can request anything you like that is within a reasonable drive from the office, and I'll have it ready. Oh, God, no. I put this all in the company card. You seem great, but we just met. It ain't coming out of my pocket. Yeah, so, if you want anything, just shoot me a text. Here, in the glove compartment is my card. Yeah, there we go. That has all my info on it. Also, that number is to my professional cell, but if you stick around long enough and still want that dinner and drinks, I'll consider giving you my personal, yeah? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it won't be anything out of left field. You'll probably get the usual first day questions. Here, let's practice. What made you apply for this position? Okay, no. See, that's what's gonna get you in fucking trouble. This is not about passions. You are a PA. No. You're gonna say the money's fucking good. Or whatever, some such reason you applied. Either way, whatever actually made you click on the application, that's what you're gonna say. You're not gonna whine about how you've had a passion for the field. You're not gonna go on to say it's always been your dream to work for the company. That is a death sentence. Be honest. I can't tell you how many people I've given that advice to, and they don't listen to me, and I never see them again. Well, you seem like a good person. You seem nice. I don't want to send you in there with false hope, but I also don't want to set you up for failure and, sabotage you, alright? We're just trying to make a living, so we've got to stick together, you know? I'm not out to get you if you're not out to get me. Sounds good. Alright, then this should be painless. Still nervous? Huh. No, that's normal. I don't blame you, but, pop in your headphones, go over your shit, do whatever you gotta do to feel comfortable. I'm gonna just keep driving. I'll let you know when we get there, alright? Then it's off to Oz we go. Right this way. Morning, Adam. I do not use that fresh meat joke. We talked about this. Ignore him. He thinks it's funny to scare people. A trait I find very worrying in a security guard. Just, follow me. She is on the very top floor. There is a private elevator in the back, but we'll take the public one for today. Once you get more settled, I'll give you the key to that one, since it just goes straight up to her. It doesn't have any other floors on it. You'll use it for deliveries, if you're rushing, or if you just need 3 minutes where no one can talk to you. Don't try using your cell phone inside them, because there's no service. Trust me, I got trapped inside once my first week. Alright. You look like you're about to start shaking. Look, I told you I'd be honest, right? The only way I can describe our boss is ruthless, but not unreasonable. Like I said in the car, just don't bullshit her. She pretty much knows everything. You try to lie your way into her good graces, and she's gonna hold that against you. So go in there with honest intentions, no matter what they are. Just do your best. You got this. I'll swing by around 1 o'clock and check up on you, just in case. Here we go. Morning, Miss Rose. How are we doing today? Fine, Abigail. My coffee? Yeah, just like you like it. Thank you. And you must be the latest disappointment. Yep. Hey, Miss Rose, if you could try not scaring them off in the first 20 minutes, I'd really appreciate that. I like this one. Forgetting your place early today, aren't we, Abigail? Oh, come on. You like it when I get out of my place. You seem to think so. That'll be all. We'll see you this afternoon. Yes, you will. I'll have your dry cleaning picked up before then. See you later, bud. Good luck. So, my newest assistant. What an interesting little character you are. Sit. I insist. I'll have you running around for me soon enough. Take the break while I offer it. Good. I take it Abigail gave you some fair warnings about me? She usually gives warnings to my new assistants. What did she call me? On the elevator ride up, what did she call me? Ruthless, but not unreasonable. That's a new one. Thank you for being honest with me. I've no doubt she'll chat your ear off in the coming days, but don't let her abhorrent professionalism give you the wrong impression about what it's like working here. She's an outlier if ever there was one. Well, I'm glad she could at least accomplish that. Enough about Abigail. I want to know more about you. I'm curious about the first open wielder to apply for a position in my company, let alone as my assistant. Come on. You didn't think I wouldn't know. Every applicant that comes across my desk gets fed through the Bureau's database. You should consider yourself lucky. I normally toss out any wielder applicants on principle. Discrimination or self-preservation. There's a difference, you know. I suggest you learn it quickly. Now, we'll get to why I bothered with you later. I'm still asking questions. Now, why did you apply for this position? I appreciate your candor. I'm sure Abigail gave you a warning to the best of her ability, but she couldn't warn you about everything. Mainly because she doesn't know. And I expect you to keep it that way if you plan to stay here. Is that clear? Good. As you already know from the application process, I'm in need of an assistant to handle scheduling, team management, so on and so forth. However, I also find myself in need of someone to handle the supernatural side of things. Hence why my rule on wielders has been temporarily lifted. Not everything in my business is for non-wielders. I also deal with more particular clients, as I'm sure you'll soon meet if you stick around long enough to find out. Now, this question feels redundant asking you, but I must ask, how are you at keeping secrets? I deal with incredibly sensitive information. Information that you will have access to as you run tasks for me. This is a matter of policy that you can keep your pretty mouth shut and opinions close to the vest. It is a question, not a threat. Though it certainly can be if tested. Oh, wonderful. As a wielder, I'm sure you've had your fair share of keeping secrets, and I assume that will continue forth under my employment. Yes, good answer. I believe I should be more explicit about what exactly I'm expecting of you here. I'm expecting you to keep secrets. I'm expecting you to bear witness to business deals that an otherwise unqualified assistant would be unable to handle. Deals that are necessary for the upward growth of my company. That is what I mean. You were once enrolled at an institution for wielders, but dropped out, correct? Can you elaborate on what happened? I thought as much. Your records reported something similar, but I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth. Oh. You think you'd be standing in my office if I didn't go over every scrap of paper with your name on it? I needed to know exactly who I was dealing with before giving you this chance. Don't waste it by asking pointless questions. I'll be honest with you, I was hesitant to let you move forward in this process, but there was something about your cover letter that intrigued me. If I recall correctly, your closing argument was your desire to understand and master every aspect of the business. And what better place to obtain that mastery than at the side of the CEO? You're ambitious. You know what you want and are willing to put in the work to get it. You didn't ask for a job you wanted, you demanded a job you deserved. I was impressed. It was a bold move for someone with no stake in this business. But I appreciate that. The first rule of this business is do not ask for what you want. Decide what you want and take it. You don't get far by being nice and soft-spoken. That kind of conduct is nothing more than a party trick. So can I trust you have that spirit in you? Yes, I agree. I appreciate your candor. I appreciate your honesty, both with yourself and me. I'm going to make sure that you uphold every responsibility that I give you. Can you do that? Speaking of handling situations, it seems your first task is already at hand. Pay attention. Mr. Monroe, how are you this morning? Oh, yes, I'm sure you did get my emails. Oh. That's not what I want to hear. No, because, you see, your company has done a fantastic job of avoiding paying back your debts, and you've accrued quite a bit. Now, from what I see from your reports, your company is very well off and very much capable of paying off every dime you owe me. And yet you haven't. Can you explain to me why? Well, yes, the completion of your debt would include you liquidating your assets and turning over your company to me, all leading you to being left debt-free and with an open schedule to plan more parties on your yacht. There's no need to use language like that. I'm offering you a clean deal, and the alternative would be far less preferable. I see. Mr. Monroe, you should know I've been called far worse both out loud and otherwise. Dear, I have a question for you. Should Mr. Monroe continue to refuse liquidation of his company and deny me the debt paid that I am so rightly owed? Should I or should I not do anything within my power to make sure that he does what I ask by any means necessary? That's the right answer. Mr. Monroe, I'm back. Are you done having your tantrum? Now, Mr. Monroe... Daniel, can I call you Daniel? Well, Daniel, I think it would be in your best interest to do what I ask. Well, because I think any good man should uphold the promises that he makes. Like the promise you made to your daughter at breakfast this morning. How is little Emily? Is she enjoying 6th grade? Never mind how I know. That's not any of your concern. What is your concern is making sure you keep the promise you made to her by going to her softball game tomorrow. Oh, it would be terrible if the girl's own father wasn't in the bleachers cheering her on. She's an infielder, correct? Number 17. She wore a blue scrunchie this morning. You had your assistant buy it for her for the first day of school because, you were too hungover from the strip club. Oh, I don't need private eyes to know you're an abysmal husband. But I do know you're trying to be a better father. So here's your chance. What I'm getting at, Mr. Monroe, is that you have made promises that you should keep, and I think you should do the upstanding thing. Keep the promise to your daughter, for you are unable to ever again. Are we at an understanding? See, I really wish you wouldn't bring them into this, because if any law enforcement were to be involved, then they would unfortunately also have to tangle with you and your several embezzlement schemes. The one in Vancouver would certainly be tricky business, though that operation you've got in Montana would be even worse for you. Oh, if you're finding details to be a little foggy, I am more than happy to. Yes, I think that would be a very good idea. I'm so happy you've seen things my way. Of course, my assistant will send over the paperwork to you presently. I'd like to assume that this will all be well and over by the first pitch. You'll be able to really enjoy it. Have a good day, Mr. Monroe. And there you have it. Oh. Dear, I can assure you there is no threat made. I was simply keeping him an honest man. Is that going to be a problem? Good. I didn't think so. I can see you have something to say. Just remember what I said about pointless questions. I was hoping you'd catch on. Like I said on the phone, I don't need private eyes when I have direct access to the source. Middlemen are just so inefficient. I would ask if me being a telepath makes you uncomfortable, but your comfort does not dictate your ability to do your job. And before you start clouding your own head with thoughts to save your own skin, I've already seen all I need to make my decision. Now it's simply up to you. You have potential, drive, and a work ethic that I wish to believe I can rely on. I can make sure you have access to resources that you wouldn't dream of otherwise. Tell me, what salary did you discuss during your interview process? I wasn't a part of it for obvious reasons. I'm a very busy woman, but clearly someone offered you a number that was enticing. Really? Only that? Well, in that case, should you make it your first 2 weeks, that salary will be doubled. Dear, I take care of my own. Scratch my back and I scratch yours sort of thing. That is, if you think you're capable of taking the job you deserve. Are you? Well, in that case, welcome. I believe we are going to work very well together.